Hey, what's going on YouTube? Alright, just making sure this thing's recording. I'm a V-King here with another video. Well, for most of you, it's going to be my first video. My other videos were removed because I got into a bit of a fight with my ex, and she thought it was cool to go onto my YouTube channel and remove all my videos, so that was really cool. Anyways, I wanted to make this one a little bit longer. It's probably going to be about 10 minutes long, so I hope you're willing to sit and listen. I want to talk about the subject, or the topic, free electricity, or over unity. It's what everybody in these Facebook groups are obsessed with, and they want to know how to do it. So for most of you thinking that the mechanical generator is a good idea, in my point of view, I think it is a pretty cool idea. Mechanical generators are very effective, but they have a lifespan, and that's what gives them so much of a time frame to power before you have to perform maintenance. So my idea of a perfect free energy generator, or an over unity generator, would be something that can remain solid state, like a solid state hard drive inside of a gaming PC or something like that. Something that's not mechanical and won't overheat unless you apply too much voltage to it. So I don't know if a lot of you have done research on Don Smith or not, but Don Smith was a very intelligent man going by the readings that I've been going through in his book. The book is $172 on Amazon. You're welcome to check it out. Let me know what you think about it. It's sold like 40,000 copies, I believe. So I thought it was a very good selling book, and it probably had very useful information, especially since it had high ratings. So anyways, the whole point of this video today is to give you hope on a solid state over unity generator. Now that's what Don Smith built. He built a solid state over unity generator that pulsed at 1 megahertz. Okay, so when you create a free energy generator, efficiency is the key to it. You want to have the most efficiency. So by doing that, you have to drop the resistance to absolute zero. And by doing that, you just have to turn up the frequency so the signal doesn't try to saturate in the wire or in the conductor, but it will go along the outside of the conductor first and then slowly saturate to a certain degree to the inside of the wire. And the resistance of copper wire is really low as it is, unless you have it very, very fine. Then the resistance goes up. But the frequency of the way frequency reacts to fine wire will either make or break how much voltage you have. Capacitors are very crucial to high frequency voltage, I've noticed. A couple of experiments that I've been testing, I have noticed that when I hook up a low nanofarad capacitor up to my high voltage DC split signal, it discharges at a higher arc rate when it's low farad. So what I want to do is just give a brief demonstration as to what I mean here. So for those of you that has been following along with my channel, I appreciate your love and support. I hope you tell your friends that are also obsessed with free electricity, and just know that this machine right here, patented by Nikola Tesla, this machine can pulse energy back into it by tapping into something known as the negative resistance field. you can utilize the power out of it and amplify it. So what I'm going to do here is show you exactly what I mean by using the AC signal that comes out of this ball, converting it into a DC signal and amplifying it using my capacitors. Alright, and it's known as a capacitive reactance, by the way. So stay tuned. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I just about have this all wired up here. What I'm going to do by demonstrating how capacitive reactance works is through a DC pulse current. So what I'm going to be doing to demonstrate that is sending, when I turn this plasma ball on, it's going to create a 30 kilohertz frequency out of this ball right here. And then there's another 30 kilohertz frequency that will also pulsate from the grounding of the ball or the batteries. Alright, so you see my wire here. I'm going to put the batteries in real quick, and then I'm going to discharge this motor. I'm going to tap it on the positive and negative leads, and I will show you how exactly, what exactly I mean when I input capacitive reactance power into my circuits. So hang on one second. Okay, so I just put the batteries in. As you can see, they're rechargeable batteries. They are 800. They put off 800 milliamps for 1 hour. AAA batteries, and I have it grounded to the one battery here, as you can see. So this is the negative resistance that I draw out of the ball. This is the positive resistance, and combined I put the energies together and it gives me about 300 to 400 volts AC depending on the voltmeter I'm using. My 1 voltmeter says over 500. My other voltmeter says between 390 and 450. So I think it just depends on the voltmeter, and it's also very high frequency energy. So anyways, I'm going to turn this thing on and I'm going to show you what kind of power comes from the negative and positive terminals when I try to short my motor on here. So one second. Okay, so it's not going to crank the motor on because I think the voltage is way too high, but when I crank this thing on, it's turned on, I assure you. It's just really bright in here so you can't see the plasma. But I'll show you what this thing looks like in the dark and then do it then as well. If you guys want to see a video of me doing that, comment below and be sure to subscribe and like to my channel. So here we go. Okay, so now you have an idea of what the sound is when I try to short it out without a capacitor on it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up this 1200, I think I accidentally glued over it, but it's a 1250 volt 32 nanofarad capacitor. I'm going to show you what happens when I hook it up to this signal. Now, this is what I mean by capacitive reactance, so get ready. Okay, so I just soldered the wires, or soldered the capacitor onto my diode. I just want to give you guys a quick look as to what the setup is. Very ugly, but obviously I'm going to pretty this up for the next video if you guys think this might be the future of energy. So I hope you're ready for this because it shocked me too. Now, if you guys remember the sound from the last time I shorted this motor out, you will notice the sound has amplified multiple times higher. So this is what volts, amps, reactance, power is, guys. High frequency alternating current. Remember this. You have to pulse it with a low farad capacitor to get the most efficient output energy, the over unity energy that you're looking for. Here we go. Cranked on. Grabbing wire. Now, you remember how it sounded before. Check this out. 32 nanofarads. See, when I try to short it out. This is volts, amps, reactance power, guys. And one last time without the capacitor on it. Alright, just had to do that a couple more times to show you. This is crazy, guys. Alright, one last time without the capacitor. And one last time without the power, or without the capacitor hooked up. Wow. Barely even anything. Listen to that. So, I believe this is an answer. Everyone, test this for yourself. Ouch! Holy cow, that actually puts a jolt, a jolt of power in there. I just touched the one lead and it shocked me. But anyways, that is how you step up a signal. Not just the voltage, but the amperage. I'm having a hard time measuring this. Alright, but because it keeps saying that I produce the same amperage on my voltmeter, it can't be, because the sound is so much louder, so the pulses have to be much more effective. Because when I touch that capacitor with this thing cranked on compared to when it's not cranked on, holy cow, let's just say it is a shocking difference. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I'm about to do some crazy stuff with this power right now, and I'm going to keep amplifying it. I'm going to keep you up to date. So this is the solid state version of Gerard Morin's radiation generator, and it's also the same concept as Don Smith's plasma ball high frequency generator as well. I did discover this before I came across Don Smith though, so I'm just letting you guys know that. Be sure to subscribe and like. Stay with me, guys. I know I am close. Peace.